Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Adela. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader. I use astrology, numerology, psychology, and self-realization teachings to do my readings. I'm doing a reading for 2020 for your sign, and I will be shuffling the card now for you, and we will be picking 12 cards, one card for each of the months. Then I will sit with the cards for a while in order to find a higher interpretation of the reading, and I will come back to do the reading for you. Let's get the cards. I'm back to do the reading for you after I've been sitting with the cards for a while and thinking about them, and yeah, a lot of things will happen in 2020, and it will be a great year for all of us and for you too, dear Aquarius, because we have good news that Jupiter, the planet of expansion, good luck, good fortune, will move into Capricorn, or has been already moving into Capricorn in December 2019, and will be staying there for 12 months until the end of 2020. And this transition, it's happening in your 12th house, which is a house that rules intuition, transcendency, karma, secret, solitude, and self-undoing. It's a house as well that rules loneliness and past. And in that 12th house of yours, in the sign of Capricorn, two other planets have been there already. Saturn since 2 years, since the end of 2017, so 2018 and 19 you have Saturn in this position, and Pluto as well since 2008. These are slow moving planets, but they are bringing long lasting changes. And your sign of Aquarius is ruled actually by Saturn and Uranus. And Saturn is a planet that is disciplining us. It's sending us tests, is challenging us. And maybe it has been difficult for you, especially in the last 2 years, having this continuous process of going through changes and tests and readapting and rearranging and not really feeling satisfied, especially in those fields of life that I mentioned before. So things that are actually connected to your unconsciousness or intuition or your inner self. And finally Jupiter, it's coming in this constellation too, and Jupiter will give you a little bit more fresh air and will finalize these processes that have been going on, and it will give you some satisfactions in terms of finalizing or achieving or getting some rewards in the work that you have been doing. For example, a work that you might have been doing for the last years, you have been maybe doing therapy or any other process that is related to analyzing yourself and your behaviors, and behaviors that have been settled there for years. Or you are working on a project, on a writing project, on your master thesis, on your doctoral thesis, or on an artistic project, or on a project that is something that you do when you are alone, that is related to your passion too, because the 12th house rules this work that we do when we are alone. And some of us have chosen to follow that path where most of our work is sitting at home with books, researching, or at the bibliothèque. But it's a process that you do by being on yourself and by analyzing writings, books, and teachings. You sort of work as well on your own issues. So this year you will be feeling a little bit more rewarded, and you will have the feeling that finally you are feeling more satisfied with the work that you are doing. But because the 12th house is the house preceding your sign, which is the first house, this means that these are all a little bit issues of the past. And actually the big change for you, it's coming in 2021 or at the end of 2020, because then in December of 2020 both Jupiter and Saturn are moving in your sign, in the sign of Aquarius. And that is like your first house, and that is when you will really start a new era for yourself. And I hope that you can use this moment now, 2020, to prepare emotionally and internally, face those last changes that you have to do before you actually step in 2020 in this new cycle of your life, and that you use actually the energies and the blessings of these planets for your journey. But let's begin. In January you have the Four of Swords, which is actually a card indicating a break, taking time out, relaxing. Yes, basically stepping out of a battle or a battlefield and taking time to relax. But it's not only a sleeping moment, it is more a conscious time out of something that you have been dealing with in the last years, or in the last time. This might as well be indicating the fact that you are somewhere inside on your own, working on something, finalizing something. It is as well a card of meditation, or of a break before you face something major, before you go back to that battlefield, or before you go to the final battle. Whatever that is for you. And it is interesting because as an Aquarius, you are actually all the time out there connecting, being involved with other people, with structures, communicating, being with a lot of friends, family. And here we see you in January almost alone, with your swords on the side and the other swords hanging, actually praying for something to come to an end, or praying to get the needed energy to finalize something. And as I said, this 2020 will be a time for you to go more deep in yourself and maybe be a little bit more alone. Because like the 12th house represents as well the womb. It's like that prenatal phase before we are born, and then when we are in our mother's wombs, and that process of creation before we come out in the world. So it's a time of reflection, or it's a time of gathering your energies. It's a time of taking a break. And it looks like you have been doing a lot in the last year, because this is the energy that brings you from 2019 into 2020. And it's an energy that probably you will need all the time. And even being concentrated, this is concentration as well, not spreading your energies out there with too many things, but concentrating. And I like to think that this card is a moment of praying as well, either for something to finish or for something to go well, or as according to plans, or like a moment of praying for the energies to be gathered, for having the needed support to endure something, or finalizing something. And in February you have the Justice card. And the Justice card may indicate as well a decision that you will have to take. And that's why you are having this break, and you are having this moment of relocating your energies, or focusing, or of praying before you take a major decision, because this is a major arcana. This is something that is meant to happen. This is, it's a plan. It's a universal plan, and it is very important apparently for you, and how things will be going and how things will be changing in your life. So maybe you need that break before you take this decision. If this is not a decision that you are taking, then maybe this is a decision that it has to be made, or you are waiting for a decision to be taken, something legal, or maybe you are waiting for some, you applied somewhere that is very important for you, and then you are waiting to get these results. Or something legal, with legal documents, residency, or you are waiting the results of some legal issue. This is as well a card of balance, which means that whatever this thing will be, this will bring balance in your life, or it will bring balance to an issue that it is important for you. If it's not directly related to a legal issue or to a specific issue, then maybe this might be like something that you have been expecting to happen in your life. And then you finally get the confirmation through life, through a higher order of things, that you, oh yeah, I was right about that thing, or I was right about that conduct that I did some years ago. But just now you are finally seeing the results of that. It's a higher justice. It's not a justice that is related to institutions. And this will bring you peace. This will bring you order. This will bring you balance. Somebody will decide about something, and this will be just. This will prove that you are doing the right thing, and you will feel like that. This as well indicates that after this break, after this inside moment, you arrive to a certain awareness about yourself, which puts you in this balanced position, finally, even with yourself. Maybe you feel more balanced, maybe you feel more poised, maybe you feel more centered. Yes, this will bring peace as well in your life. It will be in your favor. It's the card number 11. It's a major decision that is related to you, because it's 1-1. And it's sort of really balancing you, really bringing you there where you want to be. And in March you have the sun. So it looks like what will happen in February will bring a lot of positivity and happiness in your life. It will be a very joyful moment. You will be celebrating. It will free you as well from something. Maybe this judgment that happened, or this news that you got about a decision, or this decision that you make will bring happiness, freedom. It will lift you up in a way. It will make you feel free. It will make you feel yourself, because we see this child here. It's like a newborn person. But through this justice moment, something might come into light. Something will come out. Something will be revealed, let's say. Or you will be revealed, like you will be somewhere out in public, doing something, celebrating yourself in a way. It's interesting, because you are feeling very happy and very relieved, as I said, because of that Jupiter energy coming in 2020. And it's related to something that you have been working for a while. But it's a moment to celebrate, so please use this month to celebrate whatever brings you this light and this possibility, this openness. And it's as well a moment that will liberate you, because it's like you are showing yourself naked to the world. You are feeling free. It's a moment of freedom and celebration. So it's almost like you are celebrating yourself. And this decision before will make this moment happen. This might be happening through the year. It's not definitely everything stick to the months. There might be shifts, But that's a little bit the order of things. Now in April you have the Three of Swords, which is interesting because the Three of Swords, it's, let's say, the moment before the Four of Swords, and what I was saying, a sort of battle that you have been doing and you are tired of it, and you're taking a break, you are thinking there has been something before that that has caused you pain and delusion and disappointment. And somehow this is coming back in April in your life. But it comes a little bit out of the blue, especially after this sunny moment and this celebration moment. But actually, most of the time it happens in my readings that after such a great uplifting moment, there is always followed by a moment of pain or unpleasantment or defeat. It's like almost like these good moments are always followed up by some painful and stressful moments. So this is something that might be happening in your inner consciousness. Maybe it's not happening in reality. It's just a reminder of something that happened before this pain. But as we see here in this card, it's like a stormy, very stormy moment. And for me, this card is like a storm in the middle of the summer. It's a summer storm. It will go away very fast. But when it comes in, it comes very loud and unexpected sometimes, and it just hurts badly. But it can go away very fast. And I'm saying that it can go away very fast because actually at the bottom of the deck you have the Eight of Wands, which I like to keep as a card underlying the readings. And it's something that you can refer to in all of your actions. And Eight of Wands indicates fast forward movement, being concentrated into something and knowing where you are going and not getting distracted. So this Three of Swords moment, which is somehow, it is painful, but I guess from all those experiences that you have had in the last years, you know now how to deal with this kind of moments. You know how to acknowledge them, first of all, which is important because we have to deal with our emotions. We cannot hide them. So I like this because it's sort of beautiful that the sun and happiness and pain and storm are next to each other, and they are both present and they are both manifested. They are not hiding. When we allow these emotions to happen, to touch us, we allow them as well to ourselves to experience them. So you are experiencing this pain and this delusion in April. It's just that you now have learned how to deal with that. You are moving fast forward into another direction. And we have in May the Eight of Cups, which indicates exactly that. Moving away from something that is not satisfying, for something that is emotionally not fulfilling you. And actually, you know, moving away without even looking back. You've grown now. You know how to deal with things. Two eights here. And that's the beautiful teaching of this reading. It's not that painful moments are not happening in your life anymore and will never happen. It's just that you know now how to deal with them. Of course, it's a little bit melancholic moment. And it is a dark moment. It's a night-related moment. We see the moon in there. But the most important thing is that you are moving away from that. You are not even dealing with it. You are not even fighting anymore. You know, it's like this. You were the person 1 year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago that would fight for things. Because it was difficult as well to accept the pain. And now it's almost like you know what is worth it. You are balanced. You know how valuable these kind of moments are for you. And you just don't want to stay there and fight for something that is not related to where you are going. And it's not part of your vision for the future. So you are leaving behind whatever it's not emotionally helping you to grow or to continue your journey. Yes, you are, when it comes to be happy, you are a child of happiness. And that's beautiful, and you should continue keeping that. But when it comes to your journey, you are grown up now, emotionally mature, to leave things behind and not to indulge in fights, in emotional drama. Whatever this is, it's family probably. It's close relationships, because there is a lot happening in your it's a lot happening in your second house. House of values and skills and possessions, and it's a lot happening in your fourth house, which is home, family, and where you come from, because we have major planets in those houses too. And it's, you know, it's irritating you, and this will happen time after time. This will happen. It's just that you know how to deal with it. You grow emotionally out of it. This means you are in your journey. You are finalizing your journey, because it's an 8. In June, you have the 6 of Swords. It's beautiful with the swords, actually, because swords indicates thoughts, and swords are related to air signs, and you are an air sign. So, you know, thinking things through, it's important for you. So, of course, you have been going this process of dealing with your darker sides, unconsciousness, and loneliness, and solitude. But you have been dealing have been dealing with it logically. And here as well, we see that you are not only moving away from things emotionally, you are moving away from things logically. What does that mean? That means that whenever a situation it's not helping you, it's causing you pain, you remove yourself from that situation physically. No? And the emotional growth, it's sometimes not related to physicality, because you can go wherever you want and you still feel the pain of things that hurt you. So this is emotional growth, and this is logical growth. You almost remove yourself from things that put you into trouble. You are moving away from things that put you into trouble. And it is painful. You know, these people don't look very happy or looking forward. They are almost forced to leave a situation. And that kind of pain, maybe. And Saturn, you know, that is asking you to learn from your pain and has disciplined you. You have learned ways of dealing with situation in the real world. Yes, you move away from things that no longer serve you, that are not good, that are causing you too much trouble and too much pain. In July, you have the Nine of Cups, which is beautiful energy because it looks almost like after, you know, you have been moving away from this Three of Swords moment, you transit into a Nine of Cups moment. And the Nine of Cups is all about satisfaction, all about rewards, all about feeling good with yourself, within your own work, within what you have achieved. All these cups are things that you have achieved in your life, or recognitions that have been given to you by others. But it's a moment when you sort of sit there and emotionally are satisfied. And somehow it's interesting because it's crowned here by the Four of Swords, and both of them are moments of resting. But it's like if in January or if in 2019 you are taking a rest from troubles or battles around you, in July you are taking a rest in this beautiful environment that you have created. You are enjoying something. Maybe it's even related to this justice moment here. You know, things take time until they come back to us, or the results or the effects of things in reality or that we have done. Yes, and here you are really feeling something, real happiness. You are protected in a way as well, protected from the things that you have achieved yourself, emotionally protected. Now with this card as well, one should be aware of, you know, moving forward. All this reading, it's like you have to move forward. Everything that happens to you, don't stay there for too long. Right now it's about moving, but moving internally, growing internally, not not definitely being scattered in the outside world. It's just, you know, you are here, you are enjoying this moment, you are acknowledging, you are being grateful. This is a moment to be grateful. Express gratitude about what you have and what you have received, achieved. It's a very important moment to be grateful. We should be grateful every day, but especially when we achieve something, we should be grateful. But just, this card has its opposite side as well. We don't see what is behind the blue curtain, so we don't know what you have been going through in order to achieve all these things. We don't see the struggle, and it's okay that we don't see it, but you should be aware of that. And we don't see as well what else made this success possible. So it's a little bit a trapping, egoistic moment where you don't want to stay there for too long and you don't want to put all the emphasis on yourself. Yes, you need this moment. Yes, it's important, but be aware that it's always, we are not alone. We are working with bigger forces, and be grateful and express gratitude for, for the universe as well, helping you and supporting you in achieving the things that you want to achieve, or for helping you, for pushing you. And that's nice here because, that 8 of Cups, that moment of leaving, it's almost like you are being awarded or supported for that gesture of non-involvement emotionally, for that gesture of growing emotionally. You arrive here. But this is as well a moment to reflect and to go further. But it's beautiful, actually. You should enjoy this. In August, you have the 7 of Pentacles, which is beautiful, especially in this reading, because you don't have any other Pentacles. This is the only card with Pentacles. And Pentacles are important because are related to our finances and to tangible things. And I know you are a generous sign, and I know you do a lot of work, and you like to communicate, and you like to be involved in a lot of projects and helping other people and building. But the thing is that you need to know as well, are these things serving you? And in August, you are taking this moment to reflect and to see, to look back at your projects, at the things that you are doing, at the work that you are doing, and seeing what kind of results did I get from that work? What benefits? What are the rewards? What is the financial situation? So you have these moments of reflecting throughout the year. This is like a 4 of Swords, but in another type of direction. This is as well taking a break, but from your work. What are the fruits of your work? Is this financially satisfying you? It's a moment to look back and to see what you have achieved so far and what can you take in the future. What should you let go? And what should you continue to grow? What should you continue to put your energy towards? And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we get from this acknowledgement, because this can be an acknowledgement from outside too, like you getting a prize, or you getting an award, or you getting invited somewhere, and we get overwhelmed from these moments. But are they really Are they really serving us? Are they really serving you? Are they putting you, are they pushing you in the different directions in your life? Are you getting concrete results from the situation where you are involved? And you are being asked here to look at those tangible results and to see what is worth it and what is not worth it. You have been watering a lot in the last years. You have been giving your energy into many things, and you have achieved a lot. 7 of Pentacles is good. But, you know, what will you take? How is this worthy for this future picture of yours? In September, you have the Death card. And Death card, it's actually a moment when you decide to let something go. I mean, yes, you can decide it yourself, or the universe will decide for you if you have not decided yet. But it looks like from this moments of reflection, here and here, and all this like moving on, letting go, it looks like you are working in the same, you are working with the universe and with the energy that is around you, because you are letting something go. Something is dying, something that is not necessary for you anymore. And I think you are aware of it. I think this is happening consciously for you. Although all these changes are happening in your 12th house. Because maybe you decide to let something go because it's not working for you financially. It's not bringing you rewards. It's not bringing you stability. And you have to let it go. Maybe you are letting something go because it's not helping you emotionally. A way of acting, actually. A way of being, a way of approaching, a way of how you have been seeing things so far. And yes, you are being asked in 2020 to get rid of a lot of things, sometimes even like unconscious things that you have been carrying on with you. Because you are about to being reborn. You are about to go through a new cycle, end of 2020, starting of 2021. It's amazing. This is probably the first time that you will consciously experience this possibility of being newborn with Saturn and Jupiter in your sign. And actually, astrologers are very optimistic, because after having this planet in an earth sign like Capricorn, which is all about foundations, they are happy about Aquarius season, because it gives much more creativity, it is more daring, it is more airy, it is more spreading, it's more communicative. Oh my God. But you have to be light. And you have as well to put your foundations. But your foundations in this case are created by letting go of old beliefs. And this is if this process has been unconscious until 2020, in 2020 you will be consciously experiencing it, and you will be consciously approving it, because this is something that happens even if you want it or not. The thing is that it looks like you as well want this to finish, want this to let go. And I'm saying that is a conscious moment because it is crowned by the sun, which is all about consciousness, all about the daylight, all about being aware of things. And you have the sun here in the background too. So this death, this transformation is happening in the eyes of everyone. And you are experiencing it too. So it's a major moment of transformation, but it's a positive transformation. You finally let something go. And that you know, in this fast forward movement process, it all makes sense. And it is for good. And if something is disappearing from your life and you don't understand why, just let it go. This is what you are. Just let it go, because it's meant to be like that. In October, you have the Page of Wands. And this is a beautiful energy after the Death card and transformation. Because the Page of Wands is a lightful energy, is a playful energy, is a passionate energy. And he has one wand in his hand. It's a project. It's something that he is passionate about. It's not a sword. It's not something that makes it difficult and unbearable for him to deal with. It's almost like he has been happy about this transformation and about this death and about this letting go, because it has been a burden to him. And now he has this wand, and it's not yet where he wants it to be, because it's in the making, but it's just the energy. That you have about this project, and you are seeing almost like this project, and you are manifesting, or you are imagining how this project, how this wand, how this tree will look in the future. And it is something that you want to achieve in the coming years, in the real life. And that's why this transformation here has been necessary. And by reflecting on what has real value, what is happening financially, if this makes sense financially, and after getting the rewards, wish fulfillment, acknowledgement, emotional fulfillment, and after letting go of what's not serving you, you almost are happy to finally concentrate on this one thing, passionately about this one thing, and looking forward to taking it with you further in the future, in the coming months. In November, you have the Moon card. And it's interesting because you are having both the Sun and the Moon in your reading. And transformation and Death card. You have these major arcanas, which are like moments that you should keep in mind that this is supposed to happen. This is a universal decision. And what is asked for you is to work with these moments. And this is as well almost like the last, the finalizing moments of 2020. Moon card here can indicate as well taking a rest, being alone, working on the things that you want to work, concentrating, working as well with your, you know, intuition, dreams, things that inspire you from the world of the past. This is a little bit all about the past and the unconsciousness, but it's like a transformation process from where we take things from, but we don't stay there. We don't want to stay there. And this is almost like the end of this process that you have been going through. I think you have been working a lot with your unconscious mind, unconscious experience, and you have been digging and getting things out of there. And it's now almost like these are the last steps out of that process. And it's a moment to be celebrated too. Because you are moving away as well from this. You know, it's crowned from the Eight of Cups. And for me, you know, this card here, the Moon card, which is the moon and the sun at the same time, it's about this crayfish, this crab here. It's all about the journey of the crab, actually. You see the path here going through the card, and this is the crab here. This crab, you can find that in clean waters. It's not from the sea, it's in lakes or mountains or rivers. And he is about to take this path. And the thing with this crab is that he cannot be in polluted waters. So he is moving away from polluted waters, from dirty waters, from deep waters. I think the unconscious has taught you a lot of things. It has been a struggle. It has given you pain. And with the unconscious, I mean even your unconscious way of dealing, treating, having relationship, emotional bonds because of unconscious or because of karmic relations. And this is the end of a process, and this is happening in 2020, and this is almost like a last moment to look back at it and rest in it, and maybe even be creative in this moment. But this is a moment to be celebrated in a way, because it's like the quietness before the storm. Is that last moment in the womb before you are getting born again in 2021, in December 2020. Yeah, so be aware of this, celebrate this, and move on. Move on. Take from it what you need to take from it. Take from it that higher good from our intuition. Because intuition develops in the darkness in a way. That's a moment to reflect. But this card is all about action, actually. The dog and the wolf and the crab is in movement. It's happening in the night, but it's a lot of movement there. And it's just like, that crab has come finally out of those waters, and the path it's being shown to him through the moon, which is actually promising the sun. In December, you have the Tower, which is incredible, because I think that is that moment of Saturn and Jupiter entering your sign, and you will notice that. You will notice this from nature. It's like this thunder, this tower moment. This is happening because the universe is showing you its powers. It's something that happens, that we should accept, because it's a higher power that is initiating this. And it's not that it's initiating because, okay, I want to send you a thunder. It's because of natural causes. Things are happening. And you will be noticing this, because when I say rebirth, births are painful. I think we all have struggled as well when we came alive, because it's a change. It's a major change, but it's a necessary change. So this Tower moment, it's like that definite change happening in 2020, and it might be painful too. But more than painful is it's like it brings you upside down, and your reality. It's a shift in your reality. It's a change in your reality. But it's a good change. It's a necessary change. And of course, Saturn will keep on sending you test you, especially because then it will be in your sign. But the thing is, when Saturn is in your sign, it teaches you something that you will need for your entire life. And the good news is that Jupiter is already there when Saturn will enter your sign. So they are both entering your sign. So it will be much more rewarding. You will see rewards immediately. The rewards will be fast. And it's all about self-appearance and self-awareness, because it's in your first house. So this is a tower that will shake things, and not only things for you, but everyone around you in relation to you. Things will change after this. People will notice that things have been changing with you, because it's in your self-appearance. And we see the tower, it's not that the tower is being destroyed. Actually, the tower stays firm. It's just that the people that are in it are basically thrown out of that. So it's like things that, with the transformation and death card, things will be finally thrown out of you. Things that you don't want, or in a situation around you, things will. But I think it's about you. And something will happen that it will look like something not good, but actually the results of it will be good. So keep that in mind. Don't get scared here. And this will be fast too. Everything will be quite fast from this moment on, and airy, and you'll be more in your natural environment. Now, this will be a little bit more painful here, 2020. Nice. So for each of the signs, after I see their cards and do their readings, I choose a prayer or an affirmation from this book here, Whispers from Eternity from Paramhansa Yogananda. It's my spiritual guru. And you can use this affirmation prayer throughout the entire year. And this will help you to go through difficult situations or keep something in mind, like long-term goal. And it's the prayer number 63, or demand, and it's named Spiritualize All Our Thoughts and Ambitions. O Infinite Alchemist, spiritualize our weakness into strength and our wrong thoughts into right thoughts. Grow, though, a flower of divine understanding from every seed of activity. With the magic wand of foresight given by thee, teach us to transmute the ugly imps of selfish ambition into fairies of all-serving noble aspirations. Transform our bass ignorance into the gold of wisdom, that it become a liquid stream of spiritual gold rushing steadily to thy shore. Beautiful. I will write this down for you. Okay, dear Aquarius, thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will be doing monthly readings for the coming months. And if you want a private reading with me, I would be happy to do one for you. You will find my email address below. Wish you all the best. Bye.